Kingu! Okay, all right. What's going on? I understand.
How could you say that?
Robin fanboys and fangirls are very concerned with the title, the thumbnail, King Lightning, explain yourself, because I am known to be a Robin fanboy. I have Robin run for a reason, okay? All of a sudden now, we sweating. Like Key and Peele style, we are sweating pretty hard. Is Robin all of a sudden now a trash tier character with no character development, no character growth? Have I gone to the dark side? Oh, what does that mean? Have I had to step with Nami? Nami over Robin. That is a dark side. True. Keep it a buck. What about her dark humor? Well, is that trash tier? What is going on? I know people are just... How could I say that Robin is overrated? Well, let me explain. I was thinking about various things for Robin's character because of these chapters of One Piece. And by the way, Austin is a good guy. So I promise you, Austin will not spoil you.
Wow!
Probably, keyword, probably not spoil you. So if you are an Emily watcher, I'm confident that you're going to be fine this video. I'm not going to say, because you never know. You never know, but I'm confident, okay? All right, just to make sure we cross our T's and dot our I's here. One of the things I recalled, because the latest chapters of One Piece, was some people in the fandom, they tend to overrate one of Robin's aspects as a character in the story. And this one is her bounty, or at least what folks would like her bounty to be. Very important right there. I've seen the idea for years, because I am an elder of the community. Make no mistake, I've been around for a decade plus, okay? Like, I think somewhere in here I have gray hair. I'm not, somewhere, okay? Just leave me alone, okay? It's happening. I have hair here, which is fine, which is great. And don't even try.
Don't even try. No memes, no nothing. If I see memes on Discord, banned. Flat out banned. Now.
Because you guys are crazy. Listen. Some people believe that her bounty should be exponentially higher than it is currently right now. And earlier this year, I did see a video for the Grand Line Review, where he did a video talking about how Robin's bounty should be, well, I'm not going to spoil it, but I will say this, off the gate, so I will spoil some of the video, okay?
Make up your damn mind.
Off the gate in his video, he said that Robin's bounty was going to be, from the very beginning, 500 million berry. I can see the logic path, but I don't think it's the right path, my dog, okay? But you can see the full video, link in the box below. It's a very interesting and very fun video, absolutely. But he is not alone in this sentiment, he's not. Where again, a lot of folks believe that Robin's bounty should be much higher. And it does make a degree of sense, it does. Outside of her skills of, let's say, an assassin, or her connections that she made over the course of her lifetime with Crocodile, currently now a Stride member, during the time skip, the Revolutionary Army, that's a big deal, But at the end of the day, her main skill of reading ancient language and the poneglyphs is the key. She has the ability to uncover the truth of the world and all of the world government's dirty laundry. Furthermore, at Alabasta, she learned where the ancient weapon Pluton is. That's a major deal. That's a major flex. If you roll on up with an ancient weapon, you take the knee. Your grace. That's all you can do.
Bend the knee.
It's OD. That's what Crocodile wanted so much. Crocodile back then was known as powerful, let's say someone like Doflamingo. I would argue at least. But if he rolled on up with an ancient weapon, your grace. And that's all you can do. The world government absolutely would not want their enemies getting their hands on an ancient weapon. Robin, at the end of the day, has a tremendous potential to uproot the foundation of the world government itself. In theory, she is the nuke to the world government's Hiroshima.
Oh no.
If you say too soon, it's got a cap. All right, we're almost 100 years deep. Relax, okay? Now, I disagree. Yes, I disagree with the idea that Robin's bounty should be exponentially higher than what it is now. In fact, I'd argue that her current bounty, I think, is actually pretty solid, actually pretty accurate, I'd argue. And I don't think that should have a bounty at any point in time over 500 million berries. What? If she does, I'll be very surprised for the entirety of the series if she had a bounty over 500 million berry. So let me explain here, okay? In full detail. Let's imagine an alternate universe where Robin never joined the Strat crew at Alabasta, and she's had to go solo. It's very possible, given her skill set, her 200 plus Stephen Hawkins IQ, she'd be able to infiltrate various groups, the Rev, Big Mom Pirates, Beast Pirates, etc. Get into the new world, obviously, get Robin's opponent glyph, including the rope opponent glyphs, and then finally make her way to Laugh-Tale. I do have that much confidence in Robin because she's done it all her life, essentially speaking. Robin has gone to groups, infiltrated, got in, got out, and that's how she's done things for all of her life. Of course, it would take an exorbitant amount of time compared to the journey now, of course. But I think it's still possible nonetheless, where she can again get the rope of rubbings on her own, solo, and reach Laugh-Tale on her own, and find out the truth. But what then? What then? If Robin found the truth of the world by herself, Laugh-Tale, real opponent glyphs, Joy Boy's treasure, made loose connection with various groups, got stronger physically, etc., etc., even then, I would still have my doubts on Robin's bounty being over 1 billion. Yes, I would. Because even at this point, I don't think that the world government would view Robin as a threat on that level. Not a threat, but a threat on that level. Yes. Knowledge. Ty Lopez style. Knowledge and connections can really only take you so far in, I think, the world government's eye. And there's currently people that exist in the canon story who are in a very similar position as his alternate universe Robin. Right now. And who are they? The former members of the Roger Pirates. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. Rayleigh, Scopper, Crocus. They know everything.
Imagination.
Crocus knows everything. Okay? As a former member of the Roger Pirates, they have, in theory, an astronomical amount of pull and influence in the world where pirates all over the world will fight and rally in their stead if they so choose to. Based on things like this, as hard to believe as it sounds, Crocus must have a bounty at least over 3 billion. Rayleigh and Scopper should have the highest bounties in the verse, bar none. Bar none. The vast majority of the world government and marine resources should be dedicated to taking those two guys down specifically. Okay? Roger's two strongest men who know the truth about the world itself. Even Garp said back in Shibondi that in order to take on two legends, and I think one of them was alluded to be Rayleigh, they don't have that manpower. They don't have that ability to do that. Back in the day, as far as that's how I saw it. Though some folks argue it's Shockey and Rayleigh, fair enough, no idea. But Rayleigh, I'm assuming, is a part of that equation. That's my best bet. So Rayleigh is that nasty to where they're focusing on Whitebeard coming in for Ace, and they're like, no, we can't focus on Rayleigh right now. And that guy knows the actual, genuine, earnest to goodness truth. Rayleigh and Scopper, based on this information, should have, which the world government themselves know, they know that. Well, they should have the highest bounties in the verse. But they don't. And honestly, it's probably not even close. Now you would say, okay, well, hold on, King. Why are you assuming there is bounties on the highest bounty? Well, that's kind of obvious. Number one, Yonko. But then number two, after the Yonko, we know for a fact that the one person who has the highest bounty in the verse is Monkey D. Dragon. Despite the fact that the world government know that Rayleigh knows exactly what's going on with the truth of the world itself, And they know exactly where he is, mind you. It's not like a secret. The man is at Shore Archipelago. They are aware of that. They know he's there. They know. And yet still, the Marines world government, they don't seemingly, they don't actively go after Mayo Rayleigh. And for the most part, the man goes about his business. And on the other hand, Dragon, who doesn't know the truth, probably, right? We can, I think, safely assume that. But nonetheless, is a member of the D clan. Probably has roots that tie to the world government or Marines in some capacity, in some way. And some theorize he's a pretty damn powerful dude. I think that's a safe bet, yeah. I think he's a top 10 caliber fighter. Absolutely I do. Absolutely I do. Until proven otherwise. But, most importantly, he has a substantially large force and network that actively seeks to remove the power of the world government and is aiming for the 10 Rubido. Dragon is arguably the closest person right now to taking down the world government. Again, despite his lack of knowledge compared to someone like Rayleigh, Scopper, or Crocus, and the potential knowledge that Robin is going to have in the future. This is why someone like Robin should never really have a bounty as high as some folks would like it to be. Again, despite her high IQ, her knowledge, and her skills through the poneglyphs, she could never have the strength of someone like Rayleigh, or even dream of being in a position similar to Monkey D. Dragon, because she is not that kind of character, and she can never really be that kind of character. So yes, she's a threat, but her threat level is nowhere near as high as some folks would like it to be, because alone, she doesn't have the power, the leadership, and the force, the military force, to be a 1 billion berry bounty threat. In a classic Phantom Troop way of looking at it, Robin is just one of the spider's legs, and Luffy is the spider's head. All of the knowledge and all the things that she knows are going to be ultimately be utilized by Luffy, because Luffy is the one that has that ambition, whereas her ambitions are completely removed from something of that sort. And you can argue that it's also tantamount to her bounty. Power, which of course means strength, leadership, military might, are the keys that Robin lacks to having a bounty that high. Because not all power is created equally. Part of the reason why Grand Line of Views gave Robin a high bounty off the gate was because he compared her to Kid Big Mom. But I think that was very inaccurate. Because not all power is created equally. You have the knowledge, but the military might and the actual raw strength, you can argue, supersede that knowledge. A great example is Ohara themselves, the country of Ohara, not the YouTuber, Ohara. Because all the scholars at Ohara had a tremendous amount of knowledge, and they were kind of leading towards the truth. They knew what was going on, but they could easily be handled by CP agents and Marines and that kind of stuff. Now, imagine if instead of Ohara, it's Kaido. Imagine if Kaido is in the library 24 hours a day, studying the ancient language, and he found out the truth. Like, this man, he was in his final year of college, he has a doctorate going on, and he's plugging in all the hours necessary. Imagine Kaido with a suit, glasses on, nothing would have the world government shit themselves faster than Kaido playing the silent library game. Nothing. Are you serious? If Kaido knew, at the end of the day, Kaido has what the people of Ohara, in this case, would lack. He would have the strength and military force and might to back up the threat of that knowledge. That's the key thing right there. Here's another great example. Frankie knows how to make ancient weapon Pluton. He has that knowledge.
Knowledge.
Fuck a Lamborghini. He knows how to make Pluton. That is one of the easiest assumptions for the world government to make based on the CP9 mission and the fact that he had those blueprints with him for so long. And his bounty is 94 mil. Dog, that's kind of crazy, but it also makes sense because it's not Frankie who's the major threat per se. It's not. It's Luffy. It's Luffy who would have the potential of an ancient at his disposal. That's the major threat at the end of the day. So then doubling back, when it comes to Robin and Crocodile in the pre-time skip, the situation with Pluton, it's not necessarily, well, Robin knows how to get Pluton, but you wouldn't want Crocodile to have Pluton, because ultimately it's Crocodile who could maximize the threat level of something like Pluton, because Frankie nor Robin have really the means or the power or the ambition to really be a threat on that 1 billion plus level. They just don't. So at the end of the day, I love Robin. Yes, I do. Make no mistake. And shouts to Oda, no doubt about that. For the last few times of One Piece, they have been pretty damn good, to say the least. Thank you very much. But let's not overblow Robin's bounty too much, or at least what folks would like it to be. If Robin ends the series off with 500 mil, I would be shocked and very satisfied. Very satisfied. I think for her, ultimately, somewhere in the 400s, maybe 300s is where she's going to wind up ending off. Maybe. And I think it's fairly appropriate. In order to actually maximize that knowledge, Robin and Frankie, people like that, they just can't do that. But someone like Dragon? Someone like Luffy? Yes, they could. Yes, they could. So on that note, let me know your guys and gals' stance on the subject matter at hand. Yes, your boy is still a Robin fanboy. Make no mistake, Robin is still the best girl in One Piece, 1000%. And she is still one of the best women in anime manga, period. But her bounty, I'll keep it a buck, I think it's pretty fair. So on that note, let me know your stance on the subject matter at hand. I'm going to see you cats on the flip side. Be easy, stay safe, have a nice one.